stuff on the web. Okay, so I'm a kind of a web developer. And the main project that I work with at the moment is a startup called Greenamity, and we essentially we plant trees in a reforestation project in Madagascar, and we sell those trees to small businesses who want to do carbon offsetting and reduce their carbon footprint. For me, I see it as a kind of a passive networking thing. Okay, so it's excellent for freelancers or very small startups in a very early stage who are exploring their idea. And I say passive networking because essentially, if you're a freelancer, often you're spending most of your time working trying to fulfill the client commitments and not actually doing networking and so on. So you have a couple of choices: either you spend money on marketing or you go to lots of events. With co-working, the people that you're probably going to work with who may become your clients, they're actually around you anyway, and they get to know what you do. They get to kind of observe you and see what you do, and when the time comes that they need a web designer or a translator or a designer, they already know someone there. It's often difficult to find these kinds of people, and we don't know who to choose, who to trust, and so you can find those kinds of people around you in a co-working space. I think if you work on your own as a freelancer, then simply getting out of the house a few days a week or full-time is great. Seeing other people around you working and being productive can be very beneficial. Yeah, making connections generally, and then the food. It was actually before it opened. So Ramon and I are friends, and we used to go cycling in the Forêt de Soigné every Sunday. And I remember we were cycling up a hill in the forest, and he said, "I'm going to open a co-working space." And I had no idea what that meant or what it was, but yeah, he told me about this place, and then he explained what it is and so on. I think you very quickly have to take on an office if you're going to grow as a team. So for those initial months while you're building a team, co-working spaces are great, partly because of the flexibility of the costs, partly because you will find the people that you need, and you don't have to be here all the time. But as a team, you have to come together sometimes. So we're actually at a different co-working space called the Mug in Brussels. Yeah, when you reach the point where you need to have, say, 3 or 4 people, then the economies of scale say, okay, get an office. Fixed office. So, but that's part of the natural ebb and flow of